And speaking of good athletes, we go from the North County right back to the city. Let's meet our Chick-fil-A five-star recruit, Lincoln High's Benjo O'Brien. We have to wait for the arrival of our Chick-fil-A. Thank you, Chick-fil-A cow. Now get out of the way. Let's start with tonight's game. You knew it was going to be a tough task, but young man, you came to play. We're going to look at some of your highlights right now. If you could have pushed one of those red zone possessions in early, that might have changed the mood of the contest, correct?
Yes, correct.
Let's talk a little bit about that. Did you feel it slip away when you had repeated, missed a couple field goals, you just had a lot of red zone possessions?
Yeah, that first quarter was tough, just missing a couple opportunities, and especially playing against a great team like Saints, we needed those opportunities to win the game. No,
and you got to give them credit because they withstood your you guys try to turn every game into a track meet. They withstood that, and then their advantage in the interior line took over. All right, so let's. I watch you play, and let's just run this a little bit longer. Man, you remind us of other players. Who do people talk to you about and say, hey, you remind me of?
Yeah, usually I get comparisons to Danny Amendola, Julian Edelman, or Wes Welker, usually just because of the size. But we have the ability to make big plays on the field, even though we're a smaller guy.
You're indestructible. You got hit, knocked around, some horse collar tackles, and man, you get right up.
Yep.
Is that something you have to psychologically do, or is that just you haven't been hurt yet?
A little bit of both. Just going on the field, I know I have to work a lot harder than most people have to just because of my size. So I just push myself even harder, and even if I get a big hit, I just say step right up. You
were one of the kids, it was big off-season news, you were one of the kids that transferred from the North County into the city to play at Lincoln. Why was it such a big deal?
Well, personally, me, I think it was such a big deal because it was shocking to everyone just see a North County kid come down to Southeast. And I just think it was very surprising to a lot of people.
But for you, when you hear the story, the backstory, explain why you made this move.
Yeah, so the reason why I transferred is because my dad, he's lived in the Lincoln area and still lives in the Lincoln area. And earlier in the year, we found out that he was going through some personal issues. So I just wanted to be there, take care of him before I go off to college.
So you made this move. It was a family move. It was not a football move.
Yeah, it was a family
move. All right,
move.
so you're a multi-sport athlete. How important is that to you?
I think it's really important just because skills from other games, knowledge from other games, it all comes into the game and it helps me build leadership and teamwork skills on the field.
All right, you're involved in the NFL Flag Football League, are you not? Are you, as far as not as a player, but as a coach, correct?
Yeah. So I grew up playing in that league, and then this year, me and a couple of my friends, Oliver Webster and Luke McCoy, decided to grow up, coach my brother's friends, and so we wanted to give back to the community that we came from.
All right. Now we always ask the viewers ask a question. This comes in from Queen CX3. Do you know who that is?
I believe it's either Keyshawn or Xavier Hamlet's mom.
All right, being a shorter guy, what do you do to keep your injuries down?
For me, it's just stretching, drinking water, and taking care of that body. And then when I go on the field, just being smarter than the defense and know what holes I have to sit in to make big plays.
Keyshawn wanted me to ask you one more question. Did you hear about it?
Yeah, I did. He did tell me.
All right, he wanted me to ask you, who teaches your dance moves?
I don't know. If it's some goofy dance moves, it's definitely Keyshawn. But if it's some serious dance moves, it's definitely my girlfriend, Emma, just because of how involved she is with dance.
All right, young man, you are an honor to meet, and I really enjoyed this conversation. I wish you nothing but success, and I hope we see you again in the not-so-distant future.
Thank you.